Good afternoon, class. My name is Jacqueline Sanchez, and today's date is January the 24th. And today's lab exercise, we're going to talk about the experiment of joints and body movements. Here's the handout. And we're going to talk about exercise 2, which is the human movement joints. In this exercise, you would perform 3 different types of movement. For each complex movement, you will consider the plane of your body through and how and several joints of your body specifically are moved. And so for procedure 1, it says perform the following movements. Throwing a frisbee, sorry about my dogs, throwing a frisbee, jumping jacks, or bending to pick up a pencil. That's for part 1. And so for part 1, it's more of a, let me fix this. Hopefully you could see me. Yeah, you could see me. Okay. It would be throwing a frisbee, which is transverse, I would say, because it's going half your body. The body is moving. And part 2 would be jumping jacks. 1, 2. And the second exercise would be throwing a pencil and bending over, or a pen. So in this case, it's a pen. And I'm bending over. It says record the type of movements and in the first row of your data table of the data table 2, it says get a volunteer to take a digital camera to take a photography as you begin your posture as a movement through a movement, and a second photography of your posture either in the middle or in the end of your movement. If you do not have a volunteer, use a timer. For number 4, resize and insert your photographies into data table 2. For number 5, consider the following joints during these movements. Your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your intervertebral joints, your hips, your ankles. Describe the movements of these joints during the movements. And movement 1, which are the 3 exercises I just did. For example, you may record the abduction or flexion next to your shoulder in your column depending on the movements you have performed. Number 6, still number 5. If you would like to describe the joints listed in other rows in the data table, you may do so. Number 6, perform a different movement listed in step 1. And number 7, repeat step 2 and 5 for this second movement. So I have to repeat 2 and 5. So record the movements again So for number 7, you're going to redo 2 and 5, which are record the different movements and consider what type of joints and stuff and function that's going on. Perform the 3rd movement of your choice. And number 9, repeat 2 and 5 again and consider the movements. And so frisbee would be transverse. I'm using my elbows, my arm, my articulation muscles attached across at least one movement. For this one, and for the jumping jacks, it would be, I'm using my whole body. I'm using my arms, my legs, my knees, my hip bones are obviously moving around. My back, everything's jumping. My intervertebral joints, cartilage, everything is going in the body for jumping jacks. Now for bending over, bending my knees when I pick up a pen, I am using my hamstrings, my quads, my femur, my articular cartilage, my meniscus, my joint capsule, tibia, superella bristle, popliteal bristle, the patella, the joint cavity, superficial, deep interferial. Those are all that are taking place when I bend down to get a pen. My back, more of my knees, I feel my hip, my legs, definitely my legs. So all these joints, the Fabrius joints, Sertris, the Sandiamosis, and the Foveus. So these are interesting joints that are being used throughout these exercises for exercise 2. So I just have to take pictures of each part so I could put them on my data table and describe in depth which ones are being used. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you guys liked my little lab report at home. See you guys all next week. Bye.